everyone, welcome back to our channel. Hi, can you say hi? So Wyatt is 6 months now. Yay! He kind of just woke up from his nap, so looks really tired. Are you okay, buddy? Are you okay, sweetie? Look at mommy. Okay. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on everything that he's doing now. He is actually sleeping through the night and he's eating solids. So there's a lot to go through, and a lot of you have questions about what's worked for me and the things that I've been using. So I wanted to split this video up into two separate parts. Today we'll be talking about like his nighttime routine, going to bed and sleep, and then my next video we'll talk about daytime activities like baths and eating solids, what we use to make his solids, and the toys that he's really been enjoying, books and stuff. So yeah, let's jump into it. So this month Wyatt has moved into his own room, and since then he has been sleeping through the night. So I think in my previous video I mentioned that we weren't feeding him enough at night. I wasn't producing enough milk at that time, and so he was waking up every 2 hours. He was waking up at 12, at 2, at 4, and at 6 to feed, and then he would fall right back asleep. We ended up, when we moved him to his new room, I would breastfeed him, and then after that, if he was still hungry, my husband would give him the bottle and he would go to sleep. I know a lot of people say like, don't give your child a bottle to sleep because he'll get used to it, and every time he wakes up he'll have to nurse and go back to sleep, but Wyatt doesn't do that. Huh, baby? You're just so sweet today. Just love mommy. So Wyatt hasn't been doing that. When he's full, he'll go right to bed, and then he does wake up several times during the night, but he's able to put himself back to sleep. In the beginning, we also let him cry a little bit because he gets frustrated when he can't sleep, and I think it's really important to teach your children how to self-soothe. Like, I'm still there for him. I still come in like every 5 to 10 minutes. If he's still crying, I pick him up. I tried feeding him again just in case he's hungry, or my husband would just come in and rock him to sleep. And that happens every single night. Like, he needs that initial nurse to sleep or rock to sleep, and then after that he's solid. I still wake up at around 1 or 3 and then at 5 to pump, just because, as I said, I'm not making enough milk and I want to like build up a store, because he's eating like 20 ounces when I'm gone plus solids, and that's definitely not enough, and I'm only pumping 5 ounces, 8 at the most. I wouldn't even say that. I have never gotten to 8. It's around 5 or 6 ounces at work, and then 5 or 6 ounces in the morning. And so that's 12 ounces. He eats 20 or 25 when I'm gone. A lot of you are asking what baby monitor I use. I can show you now. It comes with this giant iPad looking thing, but I don't really like using it because it just turns off sometimes just to save battery. I like to use it. I like to just use the app and watch him on my phone. We just connected to the Wi-Fi at home, and then I could just check up on him. It was so funny because Stan actually went out the other night, and then he texted me. He was like, "Are you home yet?" And then a while later I texted him, "Oh, I just got home," and he's like, "Oh yeah, I saw I saw on the baby cam you put Wyatt down to bed." Another thing that some of you guys were worried about is all the blankets and stuff that we have in his crib. He sleeps in his DockATot. It's a co-sleeper. He's slept in that ever since he was born, and that's the only way he sleeps soundly. He'd wake up every 30 minutes or so if he wasn't in there, and we've tried sleeping him in just his crib before, but it just I just want him to get good sleep, and we will transition him when he's a little bigger and he grows out of the DockATot, but at this point he sleeps so well in it. He uses his little blanket to soothe himself to sleep, and that's why we have it in there. He's also been using that since he was born. It's so cute because he takes his little hands and then he just like touches the blanket, rubs it on his face, and it just helps him go back to sleep. Good morning. You got the hiccups. Hi, sweetie. Yeah. You're so happy. So when I first started doing YouTube, I made a video after my pediatric rotation, and during that time I was really nervous that a mom had come in and she told me that she always let her little infant lay on his tummy to sleep. And I told her that, you know, when a child lays on their tummy, they're at higher risk for sudden infantile death syndrome, or SIDS. And she tells me that that's the only way that her child can sleep, you know, and he needs to sleep and she needs to sleep as well. And I guess I didn't understand at the time, and I got a lot of backlash after that video. I think a lot of people were saying that I didn't have any bedside manner and that I was insensitive and I didn't understand, and because I wasn't a mother. And now that I am a mom, I feel like I see things on the totally different spectrum. Everyone's child is different, and I think that as a mother, you know what's best for him or for her, and you only want what's best for him or for her. Yeah, sweetie. Yeah. Like, Wyatt is just the happiest after he has a good night's rest or he takes a good nap, and he will transition to sleeping without the DockATot, but I feel like he's gonna need his blankie for a while. So he falls asleep around 8 or 9 o'clock every day. If he does wake up, he'll wake up around 1 or around 4. 1 or 4 to feed, and then he'll go right back to sleep. Most of the time though, within this past week and a half, he's been sleeping through the night. So he'll sleep from 8 o'clock at night till around 7:30 in the morning is when he'll wake up. And then during the day, he'll take maybe 2 to 3 naps, ranging from an hour to 30 minutes. But yeah, I guess our nighttime routine is just us feeding him and us rocking him to sleep. He needs that physical touch for him to feel safe and just wind him down. I know a lot of people try doing bedtime routines, and I feel like at the end of the day I am just so exhausted that I just put him on the boob and then put him right into bed. And thank goodness he's been dealing with that really well. I still miss him that he's not in our bed, but I feel like he's just getting much better sleep this way. I feel like most of the night I'm watching him on the little baby cam. So it's a transition, but I'm happy that he's doing so well with it. So yeah, he's just growing so fast, and I don't think I'm ready for it. I just want him to be small and my little baby forever. So if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. And then next week I will talk about all his daytime routines and what we've been doing. So Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Bye! Wyatt! Wyatt!